So following his abduction on Raw Talk last week, this week, we had a video package that would actually interrupt the arguing New Day. So interesting they're doing it again around the New Day segments. One of the big revelations in this was that Bo Dallas said to The Miz that he wasn't interested in the final testament, that this was always about The Miz. I don't know what Karrion Kross thinks about that yet. Obviously, another cool thing, Miz was wearing the old Uncle Howdy mask, very reminiscent of the way we saw LA Knight abducted by Bray Wyatt. But this was very cool, Miz being absolutely tormented by the Wyatt Sicks. Honestly, what if we just don't see the Miz ever again? And it's definitely possible, because right at the end, Dexter Lumis, Mercy would run in from behind and obviously target the Miz. We don't know what happened after that. Now, I will say there was fan footage of this yesterday. Now, I didn't watch the fan footage video until after the segment aired on Raw. Luckily, with a video, you just choose not to play it. But I honestly think this was a bad idea to watch this prior to the show, because you couldn't even really make out what was being said. And I feel like the segment on Raw was done so much better by watching it the right way. Do you know what I mean? The Wyatt Sicks would tweet this week, and obviously we saw this during the video package itself, but actually with words, as The Miz would say, "I'll make you stars your families will be proud of." Obviously, the Miztourage with Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel. There was also this was all over social media last night, people presenting this as a spoiler of Alexa Bliss's return on the pre-taped Raw. No, just no. One, the editing isn't the best, is it? The lights are behind the Editontron. You've got the left of the Titantron is missing a massive section of it. Come on, what are we doing here? Obviously, also, no picture of Alexa Bliss actually being there. This is things you might have missed from WWE Raw. Make sure you hit the like button, and if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button too. For the first time ever, Raw would emanate from Saudi Arabia tonight. Obviously, it was recorded Sunday night, but look at this visual. This was 100% the right call to make Raw feel different, feel bigger, feel special. And I don't think the show disappointed, as you kicked off the show with Monday Night Morgan, the greatest women's champion of all time. She would be in the ring with Raquel and with Dom, deafening boos once again for Dominic Mysterio tonight. How can you boo a man who gets all the pussy? Meow. This is wrestling though, so that means yes, they were interrupted by the Deadpool gear-inspired Jade and Bianca Belair. Question though, I'm sure some of you know this. What were they blocking out on Bianca's Titantron? Because I've tried to look at old entrances of Bianca Belair, and it just seems to be the same thing that's on the other side, the lips and the hair. Why were they blocking it out? Things would start to break down, and Adam Pearce would come out and confirm Liv Morgan will have a challenger, and it's going to be determined right now in a women's battle royal. Who doesn't love a good battle royal? This was really good. I love that they used it to continue, mention, and pursue future storylines, as Ivy eliminated Maxxine, Zelina eliminated Ivy, just for example. WWE once again teasing the idea of Jade versus Bianca in this battle royal, but it would be Liv and Raquel to eliminate the tag team champions. That is massive. Have we found our next women's tag team champs? The final two would be Lyra and Iyo Sky, with Iyo Sky with a beautiful German suplex to pick up the win. But we need to talk about it. They muted the crowd very obviously when Iyo won. There are also people on Twitter from Saudi saying that they cheered the hell out of Liv Morgan in the opening segment, saying that they did a "you deserve it" chant. You did hear it once when Liv started talking, but they cut it out and replaced it with boos. That is one of the worst things about pre-recorded WWE shows. They push their narrative instead of the crowd being organic, and I don't like that. Don't forget, NXT is on Wednesday this week, and it comes from the 2300 Arena, where Ava, the general manager of NXT, will make a special announcement. No idea what that's going to be yet. WWE have confirmed the road to WrestleMania Europe, This is awesome. March, we'll see WWE take over Europe with multiple Raws and SmackDowns happening in Europe. And obviously for me, in London, England, I will definitely be at those shows. After what happened at Crown Jewel, Sami Zayn was on Raw to explain himself. Jey Uso would come out thanking Sami for saving him, but asking about the Roman incident. Jimmy would come out very aggressively against Sami Zayn. Sami, though, turning it back on Jimmy, saying Jimmy is really the one who can't be trusted, but said that Jimmy's not a bad guy. He just makes bad decisions. Sami would say that he's already been put on trial by Jey's family and he's not going to do it again. He's out. I thought that was a dramatic twist. But Jey Uso very quickly trying to win Jimmy round, saying, I see Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, and Sami Uso. That just because Sami's not blood doesn't mean he's not family. He invited Sami to SmackDown on Friday so they can talk it out like a family. I keep saying it, but I desperately want to know what Kevin Owens thinks of Sami Uso after Kevin Owens was there for Sami when the bloodline turned on him. What does KO think now? We saw this news the other day, but WWE showing it on Raw tonight, confirming no date has been given, but in 2025, Goldberg will have his retirement match in WWE. With the New Day implosion continuing on Raw tonight, they would be in tag action versus the War Raiders. I thought this was actually a really good match. Obviously, though, this match would go downhill as Xavier would tag himself in when Kofi had the advantage. Miscommunication, problems again for the New Day, leading to the War Raiders picking up the win. The New Day, man, is the split going to happen? Are the Wyatt Sicks actually keeping an eye on this? We'll have to wait and see. Was this the seeds of a start of a babyface turn for Gunther tonight, as Gunther would actually stop Ludwig Kaiser from saying that Cody was just lucky and said on Saturday Cody was the better man and now it's on me to be better. He then said to Ludwig Kaiser, it's for us to be better. The look of disgust almost on Ludwig Kaiser's face. That was interesting. Not something we've seen for a while in Imperium, but maybe some fractures there. Chad Gable will go one-on-one with Dragon Lee. Honestly, for me, match of the night. This was absolutely incredible. I could watch these two wrestle for an eternity. They are that good, and they make it look so easy. It was, of course, Rey Mysterio getting involved that would see Dragon Lee, though, pick up the win as the feud between American Made and the LWO continue. How have I just noticed, though, that WWE has positioned a patriotic American group versus a group of Hispanic wrestlers literally around the time of the US election, where one candidate has made a massive issue of border control? Let's be fair, if that candidate wins, this story's going to some weird places, isn't it? It's the most WWE thing ever. The main event of Raw was the Fatal 4-Way as Dirty Dom took on Damian Priest, Seth Rollins and Sheamus in a good match that genuinely highlighted all four, but it was very eventful. As Bronson Reed would attack everyone. Bronson Reed coming out, Seth would meet him, Bronson with tsunamis to Damian to Sheamus as Dirty Dom would hide. Bronson Reed would tsunami Seth through the announce table. Absolute scenes. And then it would be Dom trying to seize the opportunity, stopped by Damian Priest, who was able to overcome. And Damian is now the #1 contender for Gunther's World Heavyweight title. For me, 8 out of 10 tonight from Raw. Very fun indeed. Obviously, I avoided the spoilers. If you didn't, I'd love to know if that sort of hindered your enjoyment of the show. Let me know in the comments down below. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, like the video, share the video, and I'll catch you next time. Peace!